everybody, it's me, Spinus24. And if you're wondering why this guy looking all sad, because we're about to do a deck review of a deck that this guy can't stand.
I don't hate the deck. I'm happy with how it is now, but back in the day,
I think it's a little bit more fair now, to the point where, you know, I'm thinking about seriously running it.
You should. I only said that you should because you're Spidey. People refer you as like, oh, it's Spidey. I love Spidey, and we want Spidey. When you have a deck
We want Spidey. We want Spidey. We want Spidey.
But I think that personally, if you're going to main that deck, you should, because you don't have an insect-based deck yet.
And if you guys are all wondering about the deck we're talking about Insectors. Now,
I introduced him to him.
yeah, I'm gonna go off of that. Basically, the Insector monsters were like an archetype, you know, thrown at me by this guy. He said, "Hey, you've always wanted to make an insect deck," because he knows I like, you know, because I'm Spidey, I've always wanted to try to make an insect type deck. I've always wanted to make an insect deck.
Remember in 5D when that guy used spider cards and
exactly.
I showed you them and you were like, I would main this deck, Anthony. There's just one problem. What is that, Evan? The deck sucks.
Yeah. Fucking suck. And it was like, there's never really been a legitimate good type of like insect deck. There's been good insect monsters, and that's my problem, because insect monsters have some of the, like, in my personal opinion, I think insect monsters have some of the best abilities.
Like? We're talking about Insect Queen?
Of course.
Insect Queen sucks. I summon my best monster, Insect Queen.
Ultimate insect.
Perfectly ultimate great moth.
Exactly. Oh, fuck you up.
Yeah, fuck you up. Not with my grandmother feelable.
Stronger. Keep breaking them every turn.
Mirror Force. Oh. Oh.
No. Because you know what?
Out of a time machine.
Exactly. But my main point is, there's never really been a legitimate good insect monster. But then he threw the insect monster at me, and I made the deck on DN. I tried it out just to see what it's actually like to learn it.
Insectors are Dragunities back in the day on crack.
No, that's what they were. Because when I first made that deck and I saw how unfair it was, I was like, this isn't fair. This deck is way too strong, and I refused to play it because of what I would be associated with, and then the fact that it wasn't fair. And even though I was getting a lot of wins out of it, I didn't feel fair. I didn't feel good about the wins because I felt like my opponent didn't even get a chance to play.
That's bullshit.
If you could make like six different moves,
he would have built that deck. The only reason why is he saw fucking Hornet was $30, and then said, I don't think so.
No.
Yes.
No, because I think decks
you
like
did not
those,
tell me that? Oh, 130? Hell no.
That's the first thing I saw. But the main reason was because I think decks that do shit like when they make like six or more moves in one turn, I think that's a little unfair.
Well, to be honest, you see, me, when a deck comes out like that's crazy like that, I immediately say, yeah, I'm not going to build it, because you know why? Because I feel like if I would have, let's just say, if I was you,
that's
and
like
I was
Six
in your,
do that too, and I don't like that.
But I was just like, let's just say if I was you, and I was in your position back then, and I saw Insectors, and let's just say, quote unquote, I liked Insectors back then.
That third.
I wouldn't have.
You paid $40-something for a Fable fucking Raven.
I didn't care. Fables, I loved it that time.
I would have did a damn. I would have did the damn thing.
You did not make the question video after this.
But my main point is to say that, you know, back then they were a little bit fair. Now that they've got touched by the ban lists and stuff, you know, now that some of them are now limited, you know, the deck's a little bit more fair. Or not, some would say.
To be honest, you know what my honest opinion is? I've already discussed this with my other friend, saying that I personally think that I didn't understand the purpose in Hornet being touched, because all you really need is one Hornet.
Yeah, so I mean, that's kind of like...
To be honest, Dragonfly, they needed to get hit. To be honest, what they really should do is, I don't even see the purpose of Dragonfly being at 1 and Hornet at 1. How it should look like is Hornet's banned, and Dragonfly should be at 3. Just take away Hornet out of the stand, but I know that kind of defeats the whole deck's purpose.
Exactly.
So, to be honest, the deck got hit. The deck isn't as good as it used to be, and because of it was brought down to human level, I am letting it go. The deck is still pretty broken, because bringing Hornet into the graveyard is very easy still.
It's not that easy.
You could do Foolish Burial, Armageddon Knight, or...
But do you understand the purpose of Hornet? All Hornet does is just destroy a card. He's not taking away that many life points. How strong is Dragonfly? 1,000. So
That's not the point. The point is
I can destroy all your cards on the field, but then I'll attack you. But like, they're not gonna finish you in one turn.
You know what
they're not gonna OTK you.
You know what you sound like? I'll never forget that time when I threw C for C at you at John's house, and you said, "You know what, Anthony? I had the revelation with your deck. Your deck can destroy my shit, but you're never gonna hurt me because your monsters are so weak."
That's exactly what the insect monsters are. The Insectors are, because they're all really weak. Besides Gigamancers, Gigamancers is the strongest one, and that's my thing of like, why would they really like touch Dragonfly? From the point of view of saying that there's no real Insector monster that's out there that's like once he hits the field, oh, everybody's gonna shit themselves. And they don't even have that really good trap card, like really spell and trap card protection with them.
Well, that's because you're supposed to throw your own protection, like Torrential Tribute and Compulse and Mirror Force and Bomb.
I'm talking about, but for them, like they don't have their own theme, like stuff. That's like those staple cards. You know, they don't have their.
Hey,
own...
listen, man. You know my fucking Stellars don't have any good trap cards either.
Yeah, who needs trap cards when you're winning one turn?
Well, who the fuck needs trap cards when you fucking play your cards and just pop everything your opponent controls?
Oh yeah, but then you can't kill them though in one turn. They can still get you. They still have a chance to come back. You know, there's no Insector deck in the world that could win in one turn.
Guarantee someone's gonna leave a comment. Someone will leave a comment. I have done this impossible deed.
Because I don't think there's an Insector deck in the world that can do that. They still get the opportunity. They still give your opponent the opportunity to come back. And especially now that you can only have one of those cards, you can always get.
I'm not debating. I agree.
Once Dragonfly hits the graveyard, what the fuck is gonna happen? Because really the only good ones in there are Dragonfly, Hornet, Centipede, and Hopper. That's it. You get rid of, and especially since now those two are limited, so once those two hit the graveyard, all you got left is fucking Centipede and Hopper. And Hopper's only purpose is to get equipped to cards like Centipede and Dragonfly. Because now Earwig, no, not Earwig. Now it's fucking Firefly. No, not Firefly. Ladybug. Ladybug can do it too. So now Ladybug's one that can help set off their abilities.
To be honest, my own opinion, my personal experience is, I just had a problem with Dragonfly at 3 and Hornet at 3. I looked at Dragonfly as like a fucking Stratos at 3, and I think that the deck got hit. I don't have a problem with the deck. Now, you know what you should do at this point in the video? Just talk about what you like about the deck instead of us just disagreeing. Because I'm not disagreeing with what you say. I think the deck is fine. I think it's brought down to human level. I think that it's fine in the game. I don't have a problem with it. So talk about its highlights.
Yeah, like some of...
like, what is the deck good in? To say why a person should make it. Well, what's its potential?
There's really not that much to the deck. Because that's one problem that I had with the deck before, where it was like, you never could really throw that much creativity into the deck because the deck kind of plays itself out. You know, it's kind of self-explanatory. It's like, you know, autopilot. The deck really runs itself on autopilot with most of the moves in there. There's no real room for creativity. And that's what I'm trying to do with the deck right now, is try to make the deck with a little bit of creativity. The only cards that I've added in there to add like a hint of creativity and to help it out a little bit are cards like Howling Insect, because Howling Insect and Verdant Sanctuary. Because Verdant Sanctuary, whenever an insect monster is destroyed, I get to like bring a monster to another insect monster who's the same level. And most of the Insector monsters are level 3. That helps me bring a Hornet to my hand or a Dragonfly. And with Howling Insect, that helps me bring out the other insect monsters that can bring Hornet to equip with Hornet. You know, it's like it's not much.
This man stole all my Insector cards.
Fuck you.
Where are my hoppers?
But yeah, back to what I wanted to say before I was rudely interrupted by Mr. Kisame. Yeah, basically the deck is somewhat, you know, I'm finding it to be somewhat of a deck that kind of runs on autopilot, so it's not really that fun to play, so I can't really recommend it for other people. And it's weird because I'm talking about a deck that I'm thinking about using, and I don't find it that fun with the fact that it being just an autopilot deck that just runs itself in a sense. But, you know, there is somewhat of, you know, now that they've made more Insectors, the only spot in the deck where I see a little bit of, like, the only space The only like little bit of space I see in there for creativity is the fact that you can take advantage of the fact that when they're equipped with each other, they change their levels. And when they change their levels, I have cards like Gen X Ally Birdman, which helps let me sync them together. And I try to make a level 9, and I make the Gen I Locomotion. And with Locomotion, I can also take control of opponent's monsters, take control of opponent's monsters, or the fact that they can change their levels up so much, you know, you might get lucky and get 2 level 10s on the field. And then with 2 level 10s, you know, you can also go ahead and boom, make that other level 10 XYZ monster. And then, you know, it also helps with the XYZ possibilities and then the synchro possibility. That's the only real thing I can say about where there'll be room for creativity. Other than that, and actually the actual deck build itself, or what's in the main deck, I don't really see that much room in there besides, you know, Verdant Sanctuary and Howling Insect. I mean, nowadays I'm trying to run it with Chainsaw Insect and, you know, try to use other insect cards, but it's very hard because insect monsters, the really only like good ones are like defensive ones, and trying to figure it out. But, you know, I haven't yet found the key on it. Maybe you guys can. So, you know, if you remember, like and subscribe to this channel and all that other stuff. You know, we have a Facebook, go like that, all the links are down below, and comment any tips you have for the deck, or like what type of insected deck you're running now that has been touched by the ban list. Other than that, I'm Spidey24. This has been another deck review of Spotty Spotlight, which you stole from me. But yeah, video's running along. I'm done. Alright.